Hey guys, we are now live. I'm a couple of minutes late, but I think I say that every day that I'm a couple of minutes late. I'm always late, but I always come through though. I've been doing this lately, coming on live consistently for the year 2022. So I'm very proud of myself. So I'm just waiting for y'all to come in. As y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button so we can begin. I'm so sick of this notification thing. It keeps going off. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Oh man, this thing now. This is on. Again, I'm so sick of this notification thing. Why? How can you shut this off? Going off. Hey Demetrius. Hey beautiful. I'm sorry. I had hit my tablet in the video that I'm actually on this live stream. I was hearing myself talk. I had to mute it real quick so I could shut it off. Well, listen, so this is part 2 to Malia. A lot of people have been saying that she doesn't look herself in the face. I believe that she's losing weight. She lost it quite quickly, but we have to understand that she is sickly. Um, hey, sweetie, how are you today, Trent? So she is quite sickly. So I'm quite sure any stress that she's under, she's gonna lose weight quickly because she's already sick to begin with, and she's already going through health problems that were caused by Nature Boy, and that now this is happening. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to come on live and share this live stream that she put up a couple of days ago because I just wasn't gonna put it up yesterday because it was just too much work. She had did 3 downloads. I was kind of surprised. She's actually did a couple more downloads after this live stream right here. So she's been putting in the work. I don't know who's been on her back. It could be a combination of Nature Boy calling from prison and True maybe staying on her neck. Even if she's not speaking the knowledge, just speaking off her heart, which we know that she's just saying rambling on. But she is going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? We all don't know if Nature Boy is going to get out. She's probably undecided if she's going to leave. I'm quite sure she probably wants to leave, but you know, hey, sweetie, but she's there for now, so we'll see how this plays out. I'm quite sure that if she does leave, True will get on to Big O and let us know. But I'm gonna start the video, and y'all we're gonna this is the live commentary video, so we're gonna listen to the video and we're going to break it all the way down.
First off, we're doing the work that no one wants to do. We're doing the healing that no one wants to do. We're doing we're taking the necessary steps to heal one's mind and one's perspective. Because Baba G gave us perspectives that no one else can tap into. He has gave us perspective that will unlock many doors and many perspectives to have. But if you're stuck and if you are resorting yourself just to one perspective and one dimension, surface dwellers will never find God. You will never find God on the perspective that you're holding and the level of frequency you're still vibrating and thinking on. You will never find God. You will never tap into the Christ consciousness. You will never tap into the truth if you don't start to apply the knowledge to your life. So many people are in their 7 daily sins. They're experiencing
I don't think that Malia actually knows what she's saying out of her mouth, because when Nature Boy was out, like I said, before the SWAT came and got him that night, this dude was in the bathroom with these girls and he was showing his privates and he was making them pull up their shirts and show their chests. Now, these videos, you can think you're deleting them. They never go away, whatever you put online. Did you think for 1 minute, Malia, that your son can get older and see these videos floating around of a man straight just disrespecting you like that. I mean, I think that's the highest disrespect that I've seen in the years that I've been on this planet. And she's talking about sin, and she's drinking Hennessy with him. She's drinking the red wine. She's smoking the ayahuasca with him, because they're smoking ayahuasca, and allegedly they're saying that is stronger than weed. They're smoking the weed. I just don't understand how you can get up here all of a sudden and switch and flip the script, and now you're this same woman that's teaching the knowledge and spreading awareness of how we need to get to, better as people. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because none of what you were doing prior to, I have not now stopped to visit the Twilight Zone. Hey, what's going on? You are funny as heck. You had me cracking up yesterday. Hey, what's up with you? Evolving. Yeah, it's the Twilight Zone, because she's just confusing me. I don't get it. Just like a month ago, she was doing like some OnlyFans with Natureboy, but it was free. That's the only thing.
Gluttony, pride, envy, lust, wrath, greed, and excessive pride. See, when you have these things, when you have these 7 deadly sins upon you, you won't able to see the truth and see reality for what it is, because you are indulging in your 7 deadly sins. You are pointing the finger and keeping and holding your own perspective and holding your own views about the situation that's clearly not helping you and that's clearly hurting you, because you're not able to see past the situation that you're in, because you're holding your own perspective. You won't be able to tap into this knowledge because your mind isn't open. The way you think and the way you see things isn't open to new perspectives and new dimensions of thought. And so many people, they point the finger at us because they actually see us doing the work. They actually see us doing the healing. They actually see us making a move into creating a new world and a new mind for our people. And some people, most people, they're stuck in their world and in their bubble. They're stuck in their dream of what society and what the world has given them and told them that they were. So they are not able to see past any level of where they're at, because they were told something else and they hooked and held on to that perspective and held on to those beliefs so tightly that when something is presented to them other than what they know, they're not ready to hear the truth, and they're not open to hearing the truth because their mind, their heart is callous.
Man, let me tell you something. Her brain is stuck. She reminds me of a dumb blonde. Somebody said in my comment section, like what level of school did she go to? Like, oh my God, I don't know what's up with Malia. She's not the brightest bulb on the tree. And I don't know. Something's not quite right. But they're all over there because something's quite not right. You know what I'm saying? I can send a bunch of people that I know in my real life over there because they belong over there with them. It's just, it's crazy that she's sitting up here. She's talking a 40-minute conversation. And what are you saying, ma'am? Like, you can't make us think that you're, right. She wants to sound intelligent. Right. You're not. Just be you. Just talk. Don't even, talk about how you love Natureboy. We know that you gotta be some kind of love there for you to be sitting up there letting him order some other chick to slap you upside your head. But I'm just saying, just talk, Malia. All this, the knowledge, and we as the people, oh, stop it. Somebody get security. I think I'm gonna need some backup.
And their perspectives are blocked and their mind is blocked from seeing the truth. And you must overcome your demons to become one with your highest self, one with the source of one with the source of this planet, one with the source of divine knowledge itself and wisdom, and coming into who you are. Because you are a melanated person, you are a melanated being. You are supposed to be one with the planet. You're supposed to be eating from the earth. You're supposed to be taking your cup and cupping on earth and potting on earth and becoming one with the earth. But you've created so much convenience around your life. You have entertainment in your life. You have many things to escape and go into, rather than actually sitting down with yourself and actually seeing yourself and working on yourself and working on your traumas and working on the things that you have going on within yourself. You have so many things to distract yourself with, to push those spiritual avenues, or even looking at yourself and seeing yourself and able to see your own perspective
and what
and
I'm
see
trying to
what
say
you're
is,
doing
can I
wrong,
get $3?
and actually looking at yourself and sitting down with yourself and understanding who you are as a human being. Who are you? Have you got into your natal chart? Have you studied?
Olsen said, girl, stop, you strange. Oh my God. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. I should not laugh. He messed her head up bad, man. That's why sometimes, let me just say this, and this, I mean, we everybody in here knows this. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come in, please. It's free. That's why sometimes when you dealing with somebody and they don't resonate on the same level as you, and you get a vibe that is something off, sometimes you got to just let it go. Because let me tell you something. Physical abuse, a scar, or whatever happens to you in that moment can heal. But when somebody tries to mess your mental up and you allow it, that you can never come back from that. You know what I'm saying? I in life, I know people in my real life that got mental health, like serious mental health issues. And I mean, they think they are sane as they want to be, and they're not. Malia needs to heal. All of these people that left Carbonation, even Velvet. I seen that video Velvet put up talking about how to survive a cult. Velvet, heal. Just keep doing your vlogs with your little kids. We want to see the growth. We already tried to get how you felt and what you went through out of you, all the full story of what happened, and you was trying to give us bits and pieces, spoon feeding us little bits and pieces. We don't want to hear your story no more, Velvet. You're walking around here, people, oh, I'm proud of Velvet. But half the people couldn't stand Velvet. Like they don't like Malia. Now Velvet thinks she's a superstar. How are you're not no A-list celebrity, Velvet. You're only being paid attention to because you were with a cult leader. And they're looking at you like a display at the circus. And that's the only reason why people go over there. And eventually, just like with this content that I'm doing, it's gonna drift away. People are gonna get tired of listening to this. And just like they're gonna get tired of Carbonation, the ex-members, Velvet included. Let's not leave her out. She's putting up on her channel something about I don't know, something about cult. The last video she did. I said to myself, on YouTube, we have views. They go up and they go down. If you look at Velvet's channel, you can tell that her views are not like they were when she first started. So now Velvet want to put up a video about surviving a cult. Why? Because you want to put ads on this video, and the other videos are not doing as well as if you put up about leaving Carbonation. All she gonna do is talk about the same regurgitated stuff she done told us for the last year. She was on Bigger with like Velvet. We already know that part, but tell us the other details. She was trying to spoon feed us this mess, and she still walked away. We still don't know what she really been through. It's all game. Then I heard Kite was on Big O today begging for $75. I don't understand how grown people who are well and able of all, this goes for any age. They're well and sane enough to work a job. Why you got to be asking me for my little bit of money? It's almost like this world is coming to an end. I don't owe you nothing. I can't stand a beggar. Go out and get a job. Stop trying to beg and use and all this, trying to run game. And stop. it's really, I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. She's doing this for cash apps. No one's gonna pay you any money talking like this. I mean, it's really sad. And there's people that think this is cute, being freeloaders. I know people in my personal life that do it, and they ain't got no shame in it. I just wasn't raised like that. You appreciate what you got when you get it on your own. That's what my mother used to always tell me, and that's the truth. Everything I get, even if it was hard for me to get it, I appreciate it when I get it on my own. And this is so sad that these people up here, sitting up here, now they want to speak the knowledge and act all civilized, but they wasn't doing a month ago. It just doesn't make any sense. Kai was disrespectful and popping mad stuff, but he's begging. I understand it myself. Yeah, it's crazy. It was today he was on Bigger, right? They said it was a video that was up. What's the name of the channel? Three No God, something like that. I had played a clip yesterday from her channel. She does commentary or whatever. She's kind of a relatively new channel to me. I really didn't see her around. And she put that video up that Kite was begging for $75 because he said it was an emergency. So I know people in my real life. I know people on the internet. I don't see how people are just that comfortable with begging, being a beggar, being a freeloader, and not wanting to go out and do for themselves. It's just sad. It's sad, and it's an embarrassment.
Yourself? Have you understood yourself? Have you take the time out to get away from the world and get away from everybody else that's moving so fast and escaping from their problems and going over there and going partying and going watching entertainment and covering up their problems with indulging themselves with other people and just the lack of desire and the lack of passion to become one with your higher self and one with this knowledge, because this knowledge will open up many doors for you. It will open up different perspectives for you, and the life that you're living, you won't no longer be able.
Can you guys do me a favor? There's 94 people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit. I know, people are allergic to the like button and all that stuff. Oh, what is this here? Hold on 1 second. Stuff's all popping up on my tablet. So make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come inside the room. And chat, look out for me. Y'all at least make sure y'all hit the like button. Because it seems like people just don't like hitting that like button. It don't make no sense.
To live because of the fact that this knowledge awakens your mind and awakens your DNA to truth. The reality that you're in really don't exist. Truly, it's 99.9 empty space, and you are in your mind. You're in your own dream. You're in your own perspective. So when you open up the rabbit hole of the knowledge and actually seeking the knowledge,
that part, Erica, that part. And that's why I said when people come in, because see, let me tell you something. Don't think I don't remember how everyone hated Velvet. Malia is now taking the place of the hate that Velvet used to get. Now it's, I'm so proud of Velvet. Velvet is running game just like all of the rest of the ex-Carbonation members. And she don't need to even run no game. She got sponsorships and she got a YouTube channel. Just do your vlogs. If you're consistent on your vlogs, they're going to blow up. Just get out of this sector. You cannot heal still trying to tell us about the regurgitated you being with Natureboy. We've seen it publicly. You don't have to explain it to us. We know what you've been through. And I'm not saying this to be mean because, a lot of us been in those situations. But it comes a time you got to give it to God. You got to give it to God. There's a lot of things in my personal life. I'm not gonna overlook what God is showing me. I'm not playing with God. Velvet has a second chance to move on with her life. She's doing good. Leave it alone. Nobody really wants to hear about that no more, Velvet. Yeah, they came around yesterday because you put the video up about when you put the title cult, but it's played now. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's just getting played now. It's almost like when you hang around people that are trash for too long, you become trash. And it's sad to say that, but they just been around him so long that they have adapted his ways. And some of Natureboy's, all of Natureboy's ways, they're not good ways. They all have game with them. You can't just beat up on Malia and don't look at Velvet. Because let me tell you something. Put a Y in the chat. We all know if Velvet got her way with Natureboy and she could have him to herself, she would have took him slime ball and all. We all know that. Because we all have dealt with slime balls. We might have a slime ball around us now that we know we got to get rid of. They're straight slime balls. Velvet would have stayed with that slime ball. So y'all can sit there and downplay that all you want. She would have stayed with him. That's the only reason why she's not with him. That's the reason why she has so much animosity. It's because he kept lying to her that he was going to be monogamy when he wanted to do, he's not even doing polygamy, but I'm just saying when he just wanted to be with many women. And she just got stuck. She got off of stuck on stupid and left and laid up with somebody else. Her father told her to keep the baby, and he only told her to keep it, Lord rest his soul, because he didn't want her back with Natureboy. Any means necessary, he was going to make sure that that girl wasn't going back to Natureboy. Because Velvet probably would have had her butt back over there if she didn't have that baby. That baby saved her. What is this? It says all of them are getting a hard reality check. Grow up already. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you already know. And I just hope people are not falling for the okie doke. Oh, don't talk about Velvet. Velvet's doing good. Velvet's doing the same thing like Kite. She just ain't openly begging. She's not saying, it's an emergency. I need because she don't need $75 for number one. Her mother put a on some game. She's doing the same job, side hustle that her mother got going on. She's doing good with that, helping people repair their credit. But she, you know what I'm saying? But they missed. They didn't want to be in the limelight when they was in the limelight. Now they have a choice to not be in the limelight, not to be on social media, and you can't get them off. They're like roaches. They're like roaches. And if you notice, they're all begging, but they have their own sort of way that they all beg. Everyone's beg is different. Velvet got a more of a subtle beg. She's not asking for nothing. But trust me, I don't even look at her videos no more. But she's begging. She's not asking you for no money. But trust and believe, she's begging. She's begging. She's begging just like Malia's begging. Malia ain't said nothing about even $3 yet. But Malia's begging. She's doing it in her own way. Begging. I bet you I didn't look, but I bet you that CashApp's pinned up there.
And getting into the knowledge, you will see that
professional beggars. Yep.
What you've been doing your whole life has been a lie, and someone has told you to do these things, and some people have told.
I say to you guys all the time, put a Y in the chat. I don't want no cash apps, and I don't want no super chats. Just hit the like button. That's all I ask for, and that's free. That's all I ask. Put a Y in the chat if I don't say it. What channel holder will say that? You ain't never been in nobody's chat that tells you, and that's talking about money. I don't want no cash apps or no super chats. Who do you know says that? Hold on 1 second.
Told you to go to church and go to school and to do all of these things. These things were passed down to you. These were inherited things that were given to you through your genetics, through your mom, through your dad, through your sisters and your brothers. You just fell into place and you began to do what they were doing. You began to go to school like they was going to school. You began to eat the poison food that they're eating, indulging the convenience of Babylon and convenience of the society, which you never even questioned to think about or questioned to even ask about. You just took on the environment as if it was your own, and you just took on being one with the environment and never even questioned. And that's understandable because you portaled into it. So you poured it into a lie, you poured it into iniquity, you poured it into continuing to do the same things over and over and over, and no one ever acts, or no one ever even thought to even think different, because the world didn't give you any different, and you are in cognitive dissonance because of the fact that you don't know anything else, and that's all you know is what you were given. And so anything outside of that, you don't want to take it, you don't want to analyze it or look at it or see it for what it is, because you've been stuck in that same pattern of doing things your whole life, and going to work, and having children, and having your own business, and having a husband, and having that whole situation, that whole life set up for you, and having a business, and having a car, and going out to partying, and going to events, and going to watching entertainment on TV, and the food you were eating, and the idea and the stigma of having to be sick, and go to the hospital, and be on medications, and the idea of being have one perspective, of one view of life, and you never thought to think of anything else. You just literally started moving, and you started to be what someone else wanted you to be, rather than who you truly were when you portaled through, who you truly were when you entered into this reality. Because this is a mental realm. You think that this is a physical realm because it feels so real, and everything that you're experiencing, you feel like it's real, and that it you can really you're really here in this reality, but you're not. It's all mental. It's actually here to make you believe and think that it's real, so you can get your lessons, and you can get your tests, and you can get your obstacles, so you can overcome yourself, and elevate your mind to the highest frequency, and elevate your mind to the Christ consciousness. This is all just a way of your heart. This is all just a way of your mind.
You know what's so sad about this whole situation? We know that something's going on with these downloads. It's not coming out naturally. And you're right, she could be reading off of cue cards. I know one time we did a live, and she looked like she was reading off a cue card. She could be reading off a cue card, but she could be reading off the cue card. She's reading it, but she's putting it in her own words. I don't know why they keep putting her up here to do downloads. You know, I just feel like she just should go home. She's not a social media person. She doesn't like to be in front of a camera. You can see she's not comfortable with doing it. She doesn't know how to articulate herself. And I don't know why they keep putting her up there. She's damaging this case, because they're looking at her and saying, there's no way she came over the way she sounds. No way she came over there like that. So, you know what I'm saying? She is probably like mentally gone because of what he has done to these people. That's how they're looking at it. They should not have Malia up there on there like that. I'm sitting there listening. There's nothing that when I listen to any of her downloads that I can take away and use in my real life, because I don't even know what she's saying. It's like she's just talking just to hear herself talk. They are giving her words. She can't read full sentences. Oh, man, it's just crazy. She's just blah, 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 blah. Like people say to me, won't you let the video play? You talk too much. At least you understand what I'm saying. At least I can articulate myself. I bet that. I talk. Yes, this is a commentary channel. But I'm not up here like Malia. And what I'm trying to say is, can I get $5? Girl, shut up.
and how resilient you are, how strong you are, how when put under pressure, how are you able to act under pressure? How are you able to respond under pressure? How are you able to deal with yourself under pressure? You're really not dealing with anyone but yourself. You're not dealing with any external thing or person but yourself. This is just all a test to yourself. This is all just another chance and another opportunity for you to be the greatest version of yourself that you can be and that you can tap into. Everyone external of you is just your subconscious testing you and triggering you and showing you things about yourself that you wasn't able to see alone. If you were alone by yourself in a room isolated away from people, your reality is going to give you people in your life that are going to show you things. They're going to send you a broadcast. They're going to send you a message that the no one else, or the food can't send to you, or the trees can't send to you, or the sun can't send to you, because of they're blocking the sun.
And you know why I criticized Malia being up here? Because all they're doing is putting her up here, and she's making a fool of herself. It's almost like we're not learning anything from Malia, right? And what she's saying. So it's just funny. It's just we're just getting up here to laugh. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for laughing, but that's not the purpose of her being up there. It's to help, I guess, free Natureboy and spread the knowledge and get cash apps. No, people are laughing at you. This is not spreading awareness. This is like Def Comedy Jam. It's like a comedy show, because people are like, I know this broad ain't saying all this stuff. It just doesn't make no sense to me. It just don't. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I see the signal.
In nature, with all of these the toxins and the water, and they're blocking it. They're blocking the information that's trying to come through. So we're here as your subconscious, telling you and teaching you about the message, and teaching you about the 5 sciences, and teaching you that we are God, and that we are the source of our reality, and that when we come into this true understanding of who we are, then we are superior. We begin to understand that we are the rulers of our own reality, and we don't need the convenience of Babylon. We don't need the convenience of this world. We don't need the convenience of this society. We don't need this, because before Babylon even came to build itself around nature, we already had an established society here. We didn't need any of those convenience. We already had unified groups. We already had unified unity within ourselves. We already had food from nature. We already knew how to be one with the planet. We already knew how to cup on the earth, how to empty our pot on the earth. We knew how to live a self-sustainable life with nature, and in tune with nature, and in tune with the planet. We didn't have houses. We had huts, and we had natural housing that was in tune with nature, but we didn't have these buildings and these houses that were formed around nature. This began when the Caucasians came and they took our our land and started to repopulate their society onto our land. And we started to live like them. We started to be like them. We started to desire to be like our Lord self. We started to desire the things that our Lord self provided for us. We started to desire these things that we didn't even know anything about, because when we were born, we were little babies. We didn't know anything about this world. We didn't know that we had a nose. We didn't know that we had eyes. We didn't know that we had ears. We didn't know that anything about school. We didn't know anything about a bottle. We didn't know anything about mom and dad. Someone gave you a name. Someone gave you a religion. Someone gave you beliefs. Someone said, this is who you are, and this is how you're going to function, and this is how you're going to be. They took away your imagination. They took away your mind. They took away your creativity. They took away your whole childhood. They took away your whole existence as a human being. They took away your idea of being nude. They took away your identity of being connected to nature and being like nature and being like the animals in nature and being like the birds that are free, the trees, the animals, the insects. Everything in nature is free. Everything in nature is just being. They don't have to conform to a society and conform to the rules and the regulations of a society. They had to conform to the rules and the regulations of nature and how nature wanted it and how nature wanted things to go and how nature must have it and it shall be.
I can't believe she's going this long with it though. I'm just kind of shocked. Like how do you talk this long and you don't really have no comment? Like I can't even do it. I can't even be on this live no more than an hour. You got put a Y in the chat. I only can do an hour unless like I go over the time, not looking at the time. It's not that much. I mean, people say I like to talk on, all the trolls. It's a commentary channel. I'm supposed to be talking. However, I can't sit there and just talk about nothing. She's talking about a whole bunch of nothing. And she just goes on and on and on. Like, ma'am, give it up. We know you're not the brightest bulb on the tree. What are you saying?
Because nature is the laws of the divine, and it is in tune, and it is regulated by a code that is operated by the divine source that we all are in tune with. Our source on this planet is the sun, and we all shall be in tune with the sun. We all shall be one with the sun. We all shall be alive within the sun, and whoever shall be alive in it are three God's people, are three God's children. We are his angels because we're here to be one with this message and one with the source and one with the essence of things and where everything comes from. We're not going to a world that's being taken and stripped from nature. We're actually one with the source of the planet where everything comes from. Well, your whole reality that you're living, it comes from nature. It comes from the natural world. They've taken and stripped away the natural world to create their society so they can gain power, so they can gain control, so they can gain power over themselves, because they didn't want the melanated people in rulership, because once we're in rulership, we know how to be one. We know how to have compassion for the earth. We know how to live in tune with the earth. We don't destroy the earth. We don't strip the earth of its natural resources. We don't strip the earth of its oils, of its trees, of its oxygen. We don't pollute the air. We don't pollute the water. We don't put toxins in the water. We don't put chemicals in the water. We don't destroy the planet. We take care of the planet. We live in tune with the planet. We heal the planet. And we heal the minds of the people so they can be in tune with the planet as well. Because if you search up are humans a part of nature, it says no, humans are not a part of nature. They're seen as a separate category of nature, when in fact they are nature. But we've seen as a separate category of nature because of how the world sees it, and how society has seen it, and how society has made us believe that we're not a part of nature. So you're not living in your own mind. You're not living in your own world. You're living by somebody else's rules. You're living by somebody else's society. You're doing what someone else wanted you to do. You're doing what someone else told you to do. You're being a domesticated animal, just like the animals in the zoo are domesticated. You are a domesticated animal. You are a domesticated human being that is not in its natural environment, that's not eating its natural foods, that's not being one with the planet and being a natural human being as they are as.
Yeah, you're right. I think she is looking off a cue card, because I just seen her look down. See, I didn't notice it the first time when y'all said it. We did a live and somebody said in the chat, she's reading off a cue card. And I edited the video and I didn't even peep it. I was just listening to what she was saying. I don't really pay close attention when I edit these videos with Malia, because she don't really cuss too much. She does now and then, put some spice in it, I guess. But she don't really cuss too much. You got to watch when Zoka gets up there or Efru. They start cussing and all this. Ooh, Natureboy will be proud of me because I sound like him, cussing and carrying on and talking about the white supremacists and all this, and they're cussing and using the N-word. But Malia don't really do that too much. But yeah, I think she is reading off a cue card. I just peeped that just now, and I edited this video, and I didn't even notice that. But I think she is. I'm thinking this time she wasn't reading off the cue card because it doesn't sound like she's teaching knowledge. It just sounds like she's just talking from her fake heart. Because I don't think that they going forward they're gonna have her on there talking the knowledge. Because I know that True and all the rest of the Combination members, they look at our comments and they hear what we say in our lives and videos about Malia, and they don't want us to make a clown out of her. She's supposed to be the queen. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know what she's talking about, so I hope nobody asks me because I don't know what to tell you.
We are all supposed to be. And we've come to bring this message because the message is trying to come through your food. The message is trying to come through the sun. The message is trying to come through the water. The message is trying to come through any source, higher source that's around you. Three God has come to bring a message to you, but it's being blocked out. And so how else the message is?
This is what I don't like, and it really, really pisses me off. And I don't like the fact that Malia is really trying to represent that we should acknowledge Natureboy as God. This is how I know she's bat-ish crazy. Because number one, Natureboy is not God. She knows he's not God. So how are you going to try to make us think that he's God? They're all up here trying to make it seem like we should worship the three God. As in he's the God. Like Natureboy's been here before the God that we know has been here. I mean, come on, let's make this make sense. How can you expect to get CashApp or for anyone to take you serious for this matter? And you're saying that we should worship Natureboy and he's God. Like, come on. Seriously. Let's get it together.
It's going to come if we don't speak it and we don't teach it. The message is inevitable, and that's why so many people astray from this path, because this path is very narrow. This path is very, very different from the rest of the world. This path is one that you will be faced with yourself, and you will be faced with your problems. You'll be faced with dealing with yourself. You'll be faced with everything that you ran from and everything that you tried to cover up, and that you tried to cover up with makeup and try to cover up with clothes, try to cover up with all these designer bags and these designer shoes and just society's way of being. You've covered yourself up with that world and that way of thinking because you've ran from yourself. You've covered up your pains. You've covered up your hurts. You try to cover up everything that you are dealing with and try to make it seem like you aren't going through anything, and try to be holier than thou and try to make yourself seem better than the next person. We're literally all going through the same thing. We're literally all in hell. We're literally all trying to be something we're not and trying to do something we're not. And at the end of the day, you're just going to be hurt, because it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your heart. It's going to weigh your heart. Your heart, when you go to sleep at night, your heart should be light as a feather, but it's not, because you're living impure. You're not living in a natural world. You're not living in tune with your heart's desire and what your heart really wants. You're going against yourself, and you're living against yourself, and you're living against the planet.
Did y'all see the video that I put up? They have a eviction sign now on the front of the property. They didn't before, but they do have one on there now. They're allegedly 2 Asian investors, and I think that they go through a management company to deal with all of this nonsense. You know, they just want money. That's it. They don't want to have to deal with the tenants or nothing like that. I really think that they're living in that place rent-free because the due date of when they should have left has expired. So they're basically trying to wait to be probably hauled into court. I don't know how long that process is going to take. But when you refuse to leave when there's an eviction, thank you, Betsy. Usually you don't have to pay no rent. So I don't know how many months it's going to take, or it might take 30 days. But as long as they are refusing to leave, not leave, and they're past the eviction, the management company is going to have to drag them into court. And when they drag them into court, then the judge will have to order them to leave off that property. So I really wouldn't have put up no for sale sign unless they already went to court and the judge already ruled that they got to get up out that house. But yeah, they're in there, but they're not supposed to be in there. So I really don't know where what's the new due date for them to leave. They're squatters. That's what they call them, squatters, right? They're squatting right now. So yeah, that's crazy.
And soon, the plan is going to come and going to wipe everyone away that's not in tune with it. If you're not an immunity cell on a planet that's waking up other cells in the body, that's sending signals and sending messages and sending codes out to the other cells in your body, then you won't be needed, because you are along with the self-destruction that is upon this earth already. You are doing the very thing that that your lower self is doing, that massa is doing, that the white man is doing, that system is doing. And it's not particularly a white man or a black man. It's the fact that it's the mindset. It's the way you thinking. It's the level of perspective that you hold. It's the consciousness that you have and that you are tapped into. It's your inability.
I don't understand. I understand that Natureboy is trying to get free and all that, but you know that Malia is not a public speaker. She gets really uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And she's sickly. You done made the girl sick. I just don't understand how he just, even the cue cards, why would you let her be on this live download like that? You can tell she's not comfortable. Nobody understands what she's saying. Like, really? It just don't make any sense. And I'm going to tell you something. This is an example of a lazy human being. Someone that don't want to do nothing with their life. She probably doesn't have a choice. She doesn't think that she can go home without feeling embarrassed and ridiculed. So she stays there where she has no responsibility. She ain't got to take care of her son. She ain't got to work a job. She ain't got to be a productive citizen of society. She can, as long as she stays in carbonation, even if Natureboy's locked up, she doesn't have to do anything except do downloads to help free Natureboy. And that's really sad. They have 7 days to respond. Okay, so they don't say the channel holder's name on my channel because I don't want them saying I'm saying something about them, trying to do content over here. But when I went to that channel holder's page, I didn't listen to everything. Somebody in the comment section told me to go over to that video, and I was listening to some of it, and they were explaining that there was a sign for eviction, and so they're squatting right now. So I don't know when they're going to be leaving, but I know it's going to take at least 30 days. When they respond, they still going to have to be pulled into court. So it might take about 30 days before they might see a judge. It might take longer because of the pandemic. I don't know. But they're still in there.
To see that everyone is you. It's your inability to see that everyone is a mirror and everyone is merely an illusion of your mind and a perspective and an aspect in your mind. And everyone is you, broken up into many pieces, experiencing their reality subjectively from the one totality God, of the one supreme God. We're just broken up in fractal pieces of that one piece, and not everybody is going to awaken to this truth, and not everybody can hear this truth. But that's the message of the Most High Three Gods angels, to send this broadcast and to send this message out to you, to awaken you and to awaken your genetics, and to get you to really see what was really going on. And it's not about the person, and it's not about the person's character. It's about the message. Did you take the message? Did you take heed to the message? Did you take heed to what we're saying? Did you join the flame of fire? Did you join the indigenous melanated people that are trying to do the right thing and wake up melanated people? Are you in tune with that? Are you one with that? Or are you one with the destruction? Are you perpetuating the same ignorance? Are you doing the same things that your lower self is doing? Are you
say it?
So
Say
full
it.
and
She's
so subjective in your own perspective that you are not able to hear another's perspective and not able to hear another person's point of view, that you are not even able to tap into this truth and tap into this dimension of thought, or this perspective of thought, because your mind is so closed off to the truth, and you can't open your mind to see different perspectives or different avenues of truth, because you've held on to something that is not true, and something that keeps you in your comfort, and something that keeps you in doing the same things that you've been doing. It's time to look at yourself. It's not time to point the finger anymore. It's time to actually understand what you're doing for yourself, and actually see what you're doing that's not, and see that what you're doing is not right.
Oh my God. Is it just me? But she's saying what we're not doing is not right. But did she acknowledge all that stuff for about 8 weeks that Natureboy was doing? That was normal? That was right? Is that what we're supposed to be doing behind closed doors? What Natureboy was doing to them? Where they stand up against the wall, and whoever's standing next to the other, when Natureboy orders you to slap that other person, you slap him. Or when he's making you massage his feet, Malia flip talks him, so you order Zoka to slap her upside the head. I'd rather keep my dysfunctional life, because everybody has dysfunction in their life and in their family. But I'm saying this, I'd rather keep my dysfunction over here. I don't want nobody else's. I'm telling you, because I would not want to live like that. That's inhumane, the way he was treating those people over there. And for her to be caping for him like he's some god, she done lost her mind.
It's just a matter of the inevitable happening, us being exonerated. Three God being exonerated for the knowledge that he's speaking and he teaches. He's brought this message to us because it's the truth. It's playing out the truth. It's playing out facts that can be researched and proven with facts. Truthfully, if you go to 3 God TV on YouTube, you will clearly see what we stand for and what we doing. All of the other shit that y'all talking about, our character and the stuff that's in the tabloids and on the internet, the blogs, the things that people have said about us, the things that people have did, you not truly looking at the information for yourself, but looking at what people have said online. It's you blocking out yourself from connecting with your higher self. So the direct link to your higher self is 3 God TV on YouTube. Just go look it up for yourself. Go look at the knowledge for yourself. Go look at what we teach for yourself. It's inevitable that this truth is gonna reign, and this truth is gonna fill the earth with love. Because that's all we are. We are just love. We're just hurting. We're just in our own way. We're not able to see truth. We're not able to see beyond one's perspective. Stockholm syndrome of thinking you're free from that society and that world, but you're not really free because you haven't really opened your mind up to really seeing truth and really seeing what this is. You've created a barrier around yourself that allows you to go so far and do so much. You've created a life for yourself that you've locked yourself away into just doing the bare minimum, into just chasing a dollar and just going to work. But we decided to not do what the rest of the world is doing. We decided not to just go to work and work for 8 hours a day and then have another 8 hours to rest. And then the other 8 hours is supposed to be spent with your children, but it's not spent with your children because your child is being set in front of a...
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, she didn't. Don't you talk about no spending time with your children, honey. You done left your child for a deadbeat man. That man ain't no good. You done left your child for a bum. A man who begs for cash apps. A man who takes people with disabilities checks and all kind of stuff. You left your child for this heifer. You got him having women slap you upside your head and jumping you. Because you know, but she not only gets slapped upside the head. There's been a few times Natureboy threatened to get a jump by Afro, I think, and _𝗪𝗓. I think it was, a couple of times. And she cries. Malia will cry herself out of her, getting her bloop whoop. Malia ain't trying to fight nobody. Malia is not no fighter. I don't want to fight her. I don't want to fight. Go home. You need to go home, child. Don't be talking about what people ain't doing with their kids. This is delusional. Girl, bye. Don't you talk about no motherly instinct that we all have up in this chat that you don't.
A school program that's teaching your child how to think and how to be in their world and in their society.
Oh, no, you
and being taught how to be up under a system that is teaching your children how to be a battery for a system that is destroying the very thing that you are supposed to be in tune with. You're teaching your child how to be
thank you, MJ.
in their low self. You can't... Animals in nature don't go to school. Animal in nature is not taught how to be who they are. There just is. Their program is what it is what it's gonna be. You can't teach someone how to be. You can't teach someone how to live. You can't teach someone how to express themselves. You can't teach anyone any knowledge of self. Because it's inevitable.
That's funny you brought that up. She's sitting up here caping for this dude when this dude literally sent her back home because he was scared of how he did her. That man got her so sick. He got scared. He went from I'm a man, an alpha man, to when she got sick, he went to be a boy. He really went and showed us who he really is. See, when people show you who they are, believe them. And I have to say this in my life too. When people show you who they are, believe them. Don't keep playing around, messing around with a piece of ish. You know I don't cuss, so I'm saying ish. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Because people like that will mess you up right along with them. He sent her back home with an infection that the CDC never even had listed down in the books. That's how nasty they are over there. Trifling. Every time Velvet used to go home, and I'm going to say this again, because I hope that there's some people in this live stream that ain't trying to bring their behind over there when he gets out. She had the same 3 STDs. She immediately, every time she left Natureboy, went straight to the hospital. And she always had the same 3 STDs. Natureboy stays burning, as they call it. That's where I'm from, they call it burning. Put a Y in the chat if where you from, they call it burning too. You know what I'm saying. That dude is sick. The only time I seen that dude go to the hospital to take care of nothing is when his face blew up like a water balloon. Remember when his face blew up from that infection? Come to find out, quiet as kept, the sister had said that I guess Malia had STDs. And then there was one that the CDC didn't know what it was. They didn't have a name for it. And so Natureboy got mad at the sister because she released the texts of him saying, oh, that explains why my face was so swollen. I had an infection. He thought it was from his infected tooth. It was from the STD in his gum. That's why his face looked like that. He had an infection in his mouth, you know, STD from probably, you know how you get it in the mouth. You know, serving her, let's just say that. They're passing that nastiness back and forth. And I don't understand how they don't know over in that house that something ain't quite right. It's got to be some kind of smell that comes from these women and men. And I don't understand how you sit up and lay up with somebody that's nasty and funky and trifling like that. That just don't make no sense to me.
Look at me. I grew up in a world around
Around what?
my Babylon family, but I'm not like my Babylon family. I don't think like my Babylon family. I'm not stuck in that world.
Oh, you stuck.
My genes are woken. My genes are woken to this truth. My genes are woken when the sun was at its highest peak one summer. I woken up to this truth. And I realized that when I was in that world, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I going to work? Why am I working for somebody else? Why is the person that I'm working for not even here? And I'm working for this person. And this person is off on a goddamn yacht, enjoying themselves, jumping off a goddamn boat into the beautiful oceans on a beach.
Ooh, that's a bad hit, Kimmy.
Relaxing, chilling, ain't worrying about nothing. But we are at their job. We're at their place of work or their place of business, and we're working for them, and we're working for $1, working for $8.
But smelling like she got MRSA down in her yoni. I know somebody had got MRSA, and they said it's ooh child, ooh. I thought about that, Kimmy, when you said dead flesh, because dead flesh smells. Woo, that's what I heard. I heard dead bodies smell. And
30 cents an hour for somebody else's dream, for somebody else's
I know getting in the plane.
For somebody else's lifestyle and their dream that they wanted for themselves. We're doing that, but we're not truly happy. And so people walking around lying to themselves. People walking around in a false illusion and a false reality
like
that they saying they like, or they saying they want to be one with, but you don't want to live in that world. You're struggling, trying to make ends meet, trying to make your life you're struggling to make ends meet. You're struggling to pay your bills. You're struggling to have somebody to take care of your family or your children while you at work. You're struggling to pay your car note. You're struggling to keep your lights on. You're struggling, and the only truth is this knowledge. Because first of all,
you're struggling too. That's why you guys are squatting. Get up out of that Airbnb or that rental, whatever, which one it is. Why are you squatting in people's stuff? Y'all should have been on out of there talking about girl bye.
Store not your treasures in heaven, but store not your treasures in the earthly possessions, but store your treasures in heaven. See, you're storing your treasures in the earthly possessions, and reality doesn't truly exist. Because when you take it down that night, you're not taking any of this with you. You're not taking your children with you. You're not taking this reality with you. You're not taking that house with you. You're not taking that car with you. You're not taking those possessions with you. You're not taking none of that with you but your mind. What have you done to condition your mind to live in truth? Have you even started to condition your mind? Have you even started to get out of that system and do something different and live different and be a different individual and do something different? Have you tried to live a different life? Have you tried to eat different? Have you tried to watch something different? Have you tried to intake different knowledge? Have you just tried to do something different? Or are you still doing the same things that you've been doing, that your mom been doing, that your dad been doing? Because the people that I left are literally doing the same things, and they are miserable in their lives. They won't tell it to you. They won't say it, because black people have a thing about themselves that they don't want to see. They don't want other people to know that they aren't doing so good. So they're going to try to hide it and cover it up and have this ignorance about themselves and this pride about themselves that keeps them in ignorance and keeps them in a mindset that keeps them away from truth. They're going to pretend like they are doing good. They're going to pretend like things are going well for them. But in reality, it's not going well. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's suffering. Everybody's is going around the situation that they made for themselves. They're going around that and trying to things and try to live a different life. But the reality that they made for themselves, they're stuck in that reality. They either stuck with their husband because they don't want to end the marriage, because they made children. They put all their energy and their time and their effort into that relationship and into that marriage, that when it's time to leave and they feel it in their heart that this is over, that we can't go further than where we're at, they just stay in it. They stay stuck in it. They stay stagnant. And they live their life based on a lie. They live their life based on false illusions and false illusions that they've created around being in that relationship. So you are trying to be happy. You're trying to live out a life that somebody else wants you to live, but you're not truly happy, and you feel it in your heart that you're not happy, but you're gonna continue to live that life to please other people and appease other people and make other people happy and gain the recognition from other people and gain the acknowledgement of other people. But in reality, you're not one with yourself. You're not loving what you're doing for yourself. You're not happy yourself. So you're going to continue to project that reality that you don't like, and you're going to continue to get the same shit back because you're not doing anything different. You're not trying to change your lifestyle. You're not trying to switch anything up. You're not trying to do anything different because you're stuck and you're stagnant, and you're going to continue to be stagnant. You're going to continue to be stuck until you try to do something different and change your state of being, and change your state of mind, and change, because all is mental. It's a simple thing of just changing your state of being and getting out of the situation that you're in and changing that and doing something different. But a lot of people, they don't want to do that. A lot of people, they don't want to change. They don't want to be in a different situation because it's new for them. And if something new is being presented to them, they begin to start fearing. They begin to be like, oh, well, where I'm asleep and what I'm going to eat and where I'm going to lay my head and where I'm going to get my funds and where I'm going to get all of these things at. But look at the birds in the field. Their Heavenly Father feeds them. They don't worry, yet in their Heavenly Father still feeds them. The Heavenly Father still provides for them. It still gives them the food that they need, the nourishment that they need, the sunlight, the water, the food that they need, the abundance that they need from nature. You still get that, and you still will receive that, because nature is your covenant. Nature is your safe haven. Nature is your home. Nature is where you reside. Nature is where all your resources come from that are in your convenience stores. They just and they just made it with preservatives and additives and they've made a world around nature, and they've created a synthetic world around nature, an unnatural world around nature, and they've created this world, and they've created human beings in their world, which are you. They've created their human beings, and they continue to recreate human beings for their world and for their system. They're creating, it's the mind that system is creating. It's not necessarily physically that anything is going on. It's the mindset. It's the way the people are thinking. It's the school systems. It's the medical systems. It's your institutions. It's all of that has created a fear-based world, and it has put these stigmas into your mind and these thoughts and perspectives into your mind to think that that's what you're supposed to be doing, and that's how you're supposed to be living, and that's how you're supposed to be. But that's not true. That's not who you are. That's not who you were designed to be on this planet. That's not who you were designed to that's not what you were designed to do. You were designed to come here and bring a message and bring a teaching and bring a word. And you're going to be convicted for that word. You're going to be convicted for this message. You're going to be convicted for what you're doing. You're going to be convicted because everyone wants to do the same thing. Everyone wants to live the lie. Everyone wants to live in their comfortability and live in what was given to them, and not ask any questions, or not be curious, or allow their questions to take them on a quest. They didn't ask any questions. It wasn't open. It wasn't curious. So you're gonna get what you've been giving out. You're gonna get the same things back to you. The same energy that you are giving out is the same energy you're gonna get back. So no pointing the finger when you're not getting what you want, or feel like you're not getting everything that you are deserving of having. Don't point the finger. It's a mental realm. It's all is mental. So you're in your own reality. You're in your own mind. You're in your own perspective. If you go and study your natal chart, go to tarot.com and get an essential birth chart. You're going to need your time, your date of birth, and where you were born. These are very essential to see how your mind works, your Mercury placement. How are you able to handle your emotions? How you easy able to love?
I came back and she's still doing this.
What's your vitality like? What's your energy like?
Because I have walked away from my destiny.
All of these things are components that make up you. It's a building block. Atoms are a building block of life. You are a trillion cells that made up this one human being. And you have to study the psychic of your mind. You have to dive deep into your mind. You have to dive deep into your chart and understand, who are you? Who am I? What am I supposed to be doing? I know I'm not supposed to be living this life in Babylon of going to work and going to school and busting my ass to take care of my responsibilities and my household responsibilities. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this. I feel it in my heart that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So you're questioning. You have to question things in your reality to get answers. You have to start questioning things. You have to start to look around you and look what the people are talking about. Look what everybody is eating. Look what everybody is entertaining themselves with. Look what everybody is indulging with. Because your environment is so important. Your environment is very, very important, because you take on the energy of people around you. You take on the mindsets and everything around you, because of we are electromagnetic fields. And so when magnetic fields become one, they merge, and their minds merge, and the energy merge, and their beliefs merge, and their thinking merge. And that's why we are in an isolated environment. That's why we are away from society and away from the rest of the world. Because we are here to bring a message. We're here to bring a message upon this planet, upon this earth, and we can't be in the same environment we got sick in. We can't be in that environment and live like everyone else is living because that'll go against the very thing that we're teaching. They'll go against the very message that we are sending out. So we have to be isolated. We have to be away from everybody. We have to be in an isolated, concentrated environment to see ourselves, so we know where we're going wrong, so we can heal that part of ourselves, so we can now heal you and now help you and now be the helping hand for you. And so that'll that alone, just us being in an isolated environment, helps us to tap into this divine knowledge, helps us to tap into this understanding even more, because we're away from everybody and we clear as day see the knowledge, and we are walking in the knowledge, and we are standing firm in the knowledge, and we are doing the works of the knowledge. And it's feeling that is knowing, and it's the feeling and the understanding of the knowledge that allows us to know that the knowledge is true and it's concrete and that it's facts and it can be proven. And so us living in the knowledge is a testimony in itself, because you don't see people walking in their knowledge. You don't see people actually living out what they teach. So what we're doing is a testimony. What we're doing is a worthy cause and a worthy thing to listen to and to tap into, and to question, what is this person saying? What is this person talking about? What is this broadcast that has been sent out to me? If you question that, then you will seek the answers that you need to heal yourself and to get out of the situation that you're in. So I hope that this message helped. I hope that you take heed to what I'm saying and realize that everyone is in hell, but it's different levels of hell, and it's different levels of mindsets and belief systems. But our belief system is the highest belief system that you need, and that you need to be one with and tap into. You need to become one with your highest self, become one with the earth, become one with the birds, the trees, the sun, the water. Make sure you are drinking clean water and eating clean food, organic food from the earth. Make sure you are eating holistically. Make sure you are eating for your cells and for your mind. Just don't be eating just to eat. Don't be doing things just to do them things. Do the things. Do it with intent. Do it with purpose. Do it with reason. Because you are a computer, an organic computer. So make sure the information that you're putting into your computer is information that is gonna help and heal the humanity and heal the planet. To understand.
Thank you, Carolyn Robinson. Thank you so much. I got the Cash App. I just wanted to let you know that. I hope you're still in here, Carolyn Robinson. Thank you, sweetie.
And that we are one, and that we are one being, and that we're here as immunity cells to heal and help the planet and help the earth. So I hope this message was helpful. I hope you take heed to it.
It really wasn't.
I hope you don't judge my character. Just listen to what I'm saying, the message that I'm saying, and it'll.
See, that's the only part that I respected. This little end part when she said, "Don't judge my character." I kind of felt like bad when she said that part, because it's like, when we do Malia like commentary videos, we have a giggle and a wiggle over here, and I kind of felt bad because we be over here laughing because she's not making any sense. But it's all in good fun, I wish the best for Malia. I think that her heart is genuine. She just got to get out the situation.
Help you to elevate your consciousness and elevate out of the situation that you're in.
So that is the end of the video. And like always, thank you guys for coming through on my second channel. Y'all been supporting me to the fullest. And I'm telling you, there's different kind of love you have for people. The way I love you guys as my supporters is not the same way I love my son. But I'm just saying, I love you in the way that you love people that you don't know, that support you on a daily basis, and they go in hard. And when people are trying to troll me, I see you guys defending me in the comment section. And I'm very appreciative of, every day that y'all come through and laugh with me and listen to what I have to say, and also listen to this stuff that just drags on with Malia. And we just sit here and laugh and get along. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun time. Even if we don't learn anything from it, that only thing we get from it is that, Malia's an airhead and she's like a dumb ditzy blonde, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully she gets better. But I'm gonna put my link into the chat for you guys to make sure that you're subscribed. You guys are over here on social media, SL Davis Social Media News. Just make sure when you leave out of the chat that you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell with the option all on. Make sure you do that, okay? So when we go live, we can be up here laughing together because this is a fun time. And please make sure y'all show some support and leave a like on this video because the likes are not looking right today. And we had a lot of people stop through here, and the likes are not really looking all that good. So as y'all leave out, just hit the like button, and I'll be here tomorrow faithfully. And I want to say I love y'all, and y'all stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Love y'all.